Morning folks, I'm back at Hams Hall. I'm fishing the point. Had a quick walk round this morning. I got here about 7, not too early. A couple of fish showing just out there. I've dropped 2 rods on them, stuck a kilo of bait on top. I think the rods have been out 15 minutes and I've had one. Pressure's dropped. It's quite, well, I won't call it cold, it's still humid, but off the bottom. Contrast rig neutral single on a comber. $17 on the dot mirror. I'm here for 2 days. I really don't mind not catching another fish now. Right little fatter. The big belly scales on him as well. Right, I'll fill you in after I put this fella back. Very good. £17 mirror. 15 minutes into the session. Caught and released. Well, what a start. So welcome back to my blog. I've not been fishing for about 4 weeks. I've not fished the syndicate water for about 5 now. It was closed for 2 weeks, then I went to Ibiza for a week, and then I've been moving house for a week, so I've been absolutely itching to get out, and yeah, it feels good to have a fish. So those that follow me on Twitter might be wondering why my stiff hinge bottom bait rig that I tied for this session have not gone out. Basically I've seen fish when I come here. I'm probably a little bit out of touch with the swim. I didn't want to go thrashing a lead around, so I've just cast 2 combis out. As long as you're feeling the lead down, you can be fairly safe that your rig's presented, whereas this has got to be on a clear bottom. What I'll probably do, I've got the 3rd rod on a zig. I'll leave it out for a bit, but I'm going to find a little clear spot and I'll drop one of these bad boys on it with a handful of baits around it. So, yeah, there's fish fizzing over my 2 rods, so I won't be surprised if I have another take quite soon. So yeah, got here about 6:30, 7:15. Done a full lap of the lake with a bucket. Nothing really to go on, and then coming back round the lake I saw one roll. So I dropped the bucket down, went back over to the van, had a chat with one of the guys in a couple of pegs down the way. He's had fish rolling over him all night, all morning, but he's had no takes. So yeah, find fish, give him something to eat, catch him. So this is pretty much the rig that's gone out, minus the corn. The rig weren't tipped. So it's a contrast rig neutral, which has got a bit of cork dust inside just to take the weight of the hook away. Size, not sure if that's a 4 or a 6. I do use big hooks. Curved shank hook. I've tied it on a coated material, and I actually tie it with the coating on, unstripped completely, so the actual knot is coated. And then once I've tied the knotless knot, I'll strip the hair back like that, and then I'll leave a section of coating and then pull a bit back, so that forms a hinge, and it also leaves a kicker without faffing around with shrimp seabing. And then just a figure of 8 on the end onto a quick link. No bag attached to anything, it's just gone straight out. So once you see fish you get a bit excited. So I'm here for 2 days, I'll settle down, get some crumb boilie in a bag or something just to mask the hook. But yeah, it feels good to be back out. Right, it's 1:30. Fizzing died down after about 15 minutes after that fish. I tried skimming a few boilies out just to try and hold them, but I think they've pushed out now. So I've had a couple of casts about with the lead. It is clear over there. I've decided against the stiff hinge bottom bait and I've gone for a straight carbon hook link. So it's about 7 inches, knotless knot, continental hook, hair and a bottom bait. I've made a little potent mix up. So the mix is some crushed contrast boilies, some crushed hemp seed, some halibut paste and some anchovies. Smells delish. So it's not going out like that though, because I'm fishing over a spreader boiler. That's the rig that's going out. So 4-bait stringer. That just to protect the hook and a bit of extra attraction around the hook bait. Happy days. Let's get these out. Good morning. 8 o'clock, second day. Just had the best night's sleep I've had in about 3 weeks, which under the circumstances ain't brilliant. What a beautiful morning. Absolutely flat calm, and it's red up. No wind at all, which I don't know if you can see the algae. With that wind yesterday, it was just absolutely coating my lines and obviously zigs. Without that wind, I think zigs might be the one. So one thing I noticed before I went on holiday with the algae is if there's a fish on the bottom in say 3 foot of water near a margin, you can actually see the algae moving from the fish even though you can't see the fish. That had me one out on the smaller lake before I went on holiday. So, just have a wander around. There's about, well, certainly the swim either side of me is empty, so take my receiver, have a little wander, and if I see anything to go on, I'll sacrifice my right hand rod, drop another net and a mat down with it. When I say that the two swims next door are empty, I'm not going to sit in that swim. It just means that my left and right hand margin is larger than it would be if someone was next door. So, this is definitely what it's all about. People go camping just for this. So let's see what's going on. Perfect. Little snide rod corner off my peg. I could probably get to this rod quicker than I would my normal rods out my bivvy at night, so that goes right in down there. Bit of movement on the water. There's a guy just fishing over there, just see him coming out now. He's fishing directly out in front of him. I don't think he's got a rod on this margin, I think he'd struggle, to be fair. So what I'll do is I'll just with the stick mix that I've knocked up, just drop a couple of balls and then just keep returning on it. Spend 5 minutes. Just see if there's out down there. And right over there is the reed swim that I fished last time I was on this lake. There's a guy in there now, he come yesterday evening. But again, he's just fishing out in front of him, so I'm not treading on anyone's toes. I've brought with me the most unused piece of kit I own, which is a bait boat. But for margin work like this, where you want to take it into a little nook. Anyway, I shall bait up a couple of spots that are easily reachable from where I'm bivvied up, and I'll just keep an eye on them for the next few hours. Try and make the most of the rest of my time that I've got. I think I shall be leaving here. I should be leaving this swim to get to the car probably about 4 o'clock, so not sure what time it is now. 9, 6, 7 hours yet. That's been longer than most of my sessions on here. We come in afternoons after work, so right, let's get productive. So I've just chucked out half a dozen stick mix balls in the 2 little gaps right next to me, so I'll keep an eye on them. I've just seen, it's really frustrating me because I have all 3 rods on zigs at the minute. It is red hot, flat calm, and I've seen a couple of fish just kiss the surface with the fins. So I'm going to dose up some floating pellet that I've got with me, see if I can get them feeding off the top. I know from talking to the bailiff and other people on here, they don't have it. I was down here a couple of months ago and I seen a shoal near the surface, and the second, like 4mm pellets, the second they touched the water, they just spooked. But I'll do it off my spot, you never know. But the amount of algae coming through at the minute, you can see on my lines as they go through the water, they're absolutely caked. So I think a zig had lost about 5 minutes before it's covered in algae, and then probably another 10 before it's on the deck, just with the weight of the stuff. So I've got 3 hours left before I need to leave. Not a great deal's happening. I've now got a rod on one of each of the islands, and I've wound my rod in that was where the fish might have been. So this is going out. It's the same rig, 3 baits, PVA'd on. Okay, so I've got one rod on the left hand corner of that island, one rod on the right hand corner of that island. Not got any rods out where I had the fish from, and I've just found a little patch of gravel there which this left hand rod's going to go into. Well, I think that's all for me then in this session. The barrow's loaded, the rods are still out, but I'm going to wind in now. So 1 fish, I'm happy with that. It's nice to get out, nice to get a bend. So until next time, thanks for watching.